Another day, another video. You know the drill. My name is Ghost of Red Seas. For those who don't know me, I try to do weekly videos on Diablo 4. And today's video is regarding Helltides. Yes, you know it. The beautiful activity where you have to slaughter hordes and hordes of enemies to be able to get those beautiful cinders. So today I want to talk about specifically the 300 cinder chest called the Living Steel, Tortured Gift of Living Steel. So for those who don't know, this is the chest that you want to open to get the material needed to summon Grigor. Grigor being one of the 5 new bosses in the game for the Season 2. As of today, there is a hotfix that just got into the game, and we finally got a decent amount of Living Steel per chest. So for those who didn't know, when you open a chest in World Tier 4, it costs 300 cinders, and they used to give us 3 Living Steel. The thing is, 3 Living Steel is not enough to summon Grigor once. You actually need 5 of them. And this is what the hotfix is addressing today. I have not seen the actual patch notes yet, and I don't think it is up at least at this time of this video. But it is a hotfix because I've opened about 6 chests today in a Helltide, and they all dropped 5 Living Steel each, meaning that we can finally have 1 chest for 1 summon of Grigor. Grigor is very, very important to farm and to kill because he will drop another material needed for an even more important boss, which is Duriel. Duriel will need 2 of the boss material that drops from Grigor and also 2 from Varshan. So you need at least 10 Living Steel to summon Grigor twice for you to be able to get to Duriel at least once. And with this hotfix, I think it's absolutely beautiful. We finally have a exact amount per chest to get to kill Grigor. So it was really hard not to laugh about this because before that we used to get only 3 Living Steel per chest. So I'm just letting you know that as of today, well, we're gonna have 5 per time. If you haven't seen my video on how to efficiently farm Living Steel or farm cinders in a Helltide, here it is, and I am also going to give you a couple of more tips today. As you can see here right now, what I'm doing is an event. When you do events in Helltides, it gives a lot of cinders. But did you know that if you actually do the Jar of Soul event and you do not activate the full bar, meaning that you don't pick up the souls on the ground until the last second, you can actually get way more cinders than usual. People, what they're gonna do usually is, try to finish the event the fastest possible. But if you want to be a little bit more smart about it and efficient about it, what you can do is just kill the enemies, leave the souls on the ground, wait until the last second to pick them all up, or pick like 28 out of 30, and then pick the last 2 ones at 1 second left. And that, what it's going to do is going to summon the actual boss of that event at the last second possible. The thing is, if you do it before, it will stop the event. And if you stop the event, it means that there is no more monsters that are going to spawn, meaning less cinders for you. That was my tip number 1. My tip number 2 is right here. Did you know that if you have multiple characters, they share the number of cinders that you have? What do I mean by that? So if you have a sorceress like me and you've taken, 2 or 3 chests in one single run of Helltide, and there's no more chests that are going to spawn for your time in your Helltide, you can basically continue farming the cinders and then just logging into another character and use the cinders once again. As you can see here on the video, this is what I've been doing to farm a really big amount of cinders every time. Also Living Steel chests. So every time I was full on a character and I've done all the chests that needed to be picked up in one single map of Helltides, I knew that I could just log off and log in into another character and pick up the chest there. For those who don't know, there is a caveat to this because some of them do not spawn. So some of the chests are actually broken where they do not spawn where they need to spawn. And I know that because I'm using a tool called helltides.com. It's a website that uses an API from Blizzard for Diablo 4 to tell us exactly where the chests are. So the mysterious chest and the Living Steel chest. And that tool is also giving us the timer at when these chests reset. For those who don't know, every hour, meaning at 4 p.m., 5 p.m., 6 p.m., 7 p.m., 8 p.m., and so on, all the chests in the map reset. So if you start your Helltide at 4:15 and it finishes at 5:15, well, it means that you're gonna have a first rotation of chests between 4:15 p.m. and 5 p.m. and you're gonna have a second rotation from 5 p.m. to 5:15 p.m. So this is a really great thing to know. If you don't know yet, every hour on the dot, that's the chest map reset, meaning that if you are on your way to take one of the actual chests and you know it's going to be the turn of the hour in a couple of seconds, you might lose the chest because it's gonna basically disappear. But if you take this in consideration, you can actually take this to your advantage, meaning that the rotation of those health tides is really simple. It's 1 hour on, 1 hour and 15 off. 1 hour on, 1 hour and 15 minutes off. Meaning that the first health tide that spawns, let's say at noon, the next one is going to be at 2:15. And then the one after that is going to be at 4:30. And the one after that is going to be at 6:45. So if you know this in advance, you know that whenever you start a health tide, you know exactly the number amount of chests you can use and the number amount of chests that are going to respawn in your map before getting more. Meaning that you can take 2 chests before the reset and 2 chests after the reset. And if you have spare cinders, you can log off and log on into another character and get another chest. I personally got 6 chests in one run of Helltide, which is really great because I want to do a lot of Duriel and you know, you need a lot of mats. So I hope this video helped you guys. My name is Ghost of Red Seas. If you did, please leave a like, a comment, a subscription. It helps a lot and it is free as hell. I'll see you guys in the next video and hopefully you are enjoying as much Diablo 4 as I do. Peace. The next video is going to be about this absolutely amazing build where you can one-shot basically everything in the game, and that is HOTA Barb, made by Rod or Rob on Twitch. So thank you very much for that. I will be going over that build on the next video. Please stay tuned and click that notification bell if you want to see that video. Peace.